at the end, if you like what you see and you make it, let us know. First thing that I did, this recipe needs 2 cups of sultan raisins soaked. So I put actually 3 cups because I always put more in. So they've been soaking for about half an hour. So you do that first. And then next what we're going to do is we're going to take 2.5 cups of milk and we're going to add 1/8 cup of shortening, 1/2 cup of sugar. It's supposed to be a cup, but I put more than that in. So this is 1/2 cup of what? Molasses, fancy molasses. But was I keeping pouring that? I just love molasses, so I think that's 1/2 cup. I mean a cup. You think it's a cup? I think it's a cup. Didn't want you to. And we're gonna put that on the stove and get the milk scalding, and then everything will melt together. And when we have to let it cool down before we can put it into the mixture of flour. Okay, so now we're just going to get the yeast ready and get it started to proof. So I put a teaspoon of sugar into this cup, and we're going to add 1/2 cup of warm water. And then I have to weigh out 24 grams of yeast. My sister doubled this recipe, tripled it. There we go, 24 grams. Yeah, it's warm water, not hot, just warm with sugar in it. So the sugar, the yeast will start to eat the sugar, and then it exudes gas that makes it all fun. And then I just put it in the sink with some warm water, so it keeps the cup warm. And when that doubles up, we'll start adding the flour. Okay, so now we're going to add to the dry ingredients. We've got 6 cups of all-purpose flour. And I've used Robin Hood flour, and 2 teaspoons or tablespoons of cinnamon. Use a little bit more. 1/4 teaspoon of cloves, teaspoon of ginger, crushed ginger, 1/4 teaspoon of allspice, and 2 teaspoons of nutmeg. So I'll put this in crushed already. 1, 2. And then we're going to grind our own. Okay, so we're going to grind this nutmeg. And I like to use a little bit of fresh nutmeg because I like the smell, and I think it makes the bread better. And this is my mom's old grater. It smells delicious. Look at it inside. It's really cool nut. Well, look at the yeast. I think it doubled in size, don't you? just gonna put it in there for now. I have to wait for this mixture, which is the molasses and the milk. So that's scalded a bit. Now I have to wait for this to cool before I can add it. So it will probably be about 20 minutes. I'm gonna go put it out in the snow. One good thing about living in Canada.
That's right.
You can cool your beer in the snowbank and your molasses for your bread. It's freaking cold out.
Just outside the door.
Forgot about the salt, so it needs a teaspoon and a half of salt. So we're going to put it in now. So that's 1.5 salt. So we're just going to mix all this together with a little whisk, little whiskey. Oh, I know what I wanted to put into that molasses mixture was a little bit of bourbon maple syrup that's made here just down the road at Pefferlaw Farms in Uxbridge, Ontario, Canada. Delicious. So we're just gonna add a little bit of that. It's not in the recipe, but that experiment, right? Made this morning. Okay, so we've just taken this out from the snowbank. It's cooled down nicely, so I'm gonna add it into the dough and the yeast that we put in there earlier. Go low side. Well, one thing that we're missing is a little bit of maple syrup that we have left in the bottle that we can't waste. It's bourbon maple syrup from Pefferlaw Creek in Uxbridge, Ontario, Durham. It's so delicious. Putting some shortening in it, so when we put the bread in it to rise, it doesn't stick.
That's a big bowl.
Yeah, it was my grandma's bread bowl. My mom used it, and I got it. So I think of my mom and my grandma every time I make bread. So we're adding a little bit more flour because it was a little bit wet and loose. So we want the dough to be full off the sides, and that's not happening yet. And we want the dough to kind of rise onto the dough hook. So it's doing a little bit of that, but you gotta stir in this flour and let it absorb the moisture and see what it's like. The raisins in it too, and the raisins are moist, so it's going to add some more moisture to it. So I'm just checking to see the dough. It's still a little bit sticky, so I'm going to put just a bit more flour in. Probably all that extra molasses I put in. I didn't put any extra molasses in. Did I? Okay, now we're gonna look at that.
Oh my god. That looks amazing.
We're gonna add the raisins. So I'm gonna make sure there's enough flour on the bottom so it slides. Kind of like pizza dough, kind of that way. Okay, so we're gonna get the raisins. I already drained them. We're gonna put layer on. Have to be even, right, Terry? Terry too has to have every bite that's delicious, all the same. It's true. Just squish it in there a bit. Looks pretty good, huh? Then we're just gonna fold it. Squish it out again. needs to rest. Doesn't like, so we're gonna put some more in here. Just put the rest in.
That's a lot of raisins.
A lot of raisins. A lot of grape raisins. Julie never liked raisin bread until she had this bread. Right?
It's true. I always picked out the raisins.
And now?
I can't resist it.
To make some. Tell me what you think. How you did in the comments. What would you add? What would you take out? I like it this way. You can do it any way you want. Less raisins, more raisins. And then we're going to fold that.
Some escaped.
I'm just going to roll everything in, put some flour under here. And then we're going to put it in the pan, and we're going to let it rise. And then we're going to fold it over again. And then we're going to put them in the pans, and then let them rise and bake them. Here's Grandma's pan! And I greased it with some shortening. You can put anything you want in it, doesn't matter. Well, grease-wise.
It looks good. How long does it sit for now?
Till it doubles in size. We're going to put some clean plastic wrap on it. Seal it up. Perfect. We're just going to let it double in size.
What do we have here?
Grease the pans for the raisin bread. I'm gonna get it out. Look at this double batch.
Oh.
Look at it.
Wow.
What is it? It's raisin bread.
Mm-mm.
Or my grandma would call it plum loaf.
Look at that.
Beauty.
All the
I don't need this
raisins.
anymore. Yeah. This is a double batch of plum loaf, and it said 4 cups of raisins, and you always put more in, so I put 6 cups. I gotta mix them in a bit more. I'm gonna cut it in half.
Okay.
Put that over there for now. And half. Around maybe 125. Let's go. So we'll go about that. 125. Now we have to cover this one up. We'll take this iron off of here. Or the plastic cling wrap. Food wrap. And put it in here with the other set. That's 2 sets of buns. It's a lot of bread. And wet. It's still heavy. 8 something. $7.20. $6.20. Still heavy. Now we're gonna let them rise. And we're gonna cover them with plastic food wrap.
Oh, look at that.
Can we peek?
Oh, yeah. It's like they're being born.
How big they got, eh?
Yeah, beautiful.
Hey, look at this one. Maybe there's an agate in there.
Maybe.
They need to be in there. Fine.
And
delicious. I haven't even tried it, but we're gonna put some butter on the top. I'm gonna send these to Debbie Jones in Sudbury. She's gonna be surprised.
Good job.
Having an end. Get some butter. Right to the edge, Grandma. Right to the edge. It's for you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Nom, nom, nom. That is so good.
It's better toasted.
Cheers.
I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, click the subscribe button because we're trying to get to 1,000. We got like 400 and some left. We got to get to 1,000, so click the subscribe button, like, and then notifications. And at the end, if you like what you see and you make it, let us know. Hi, here, Mama.
I'll save the bloopers. It's hard, isn't
I
it?
haven't even started.
Okay.
Hi, it's MJ from Coffee to Go with MJ and Julie. For no reason. Hi, it's MJ and Coffee to Go with Julie and MJ. Hi, welcome to Coffee to Go with Julie and MJ. Okay, I'm gonna do it this time. Hi, welcome to Coffee to Go with Julie and MJ.